thought I would do a little video to let you guys know where I am and kind of everything that's been going on the last few weeks and why there has not been a video. I know a couple people have contacted me. I know not everybody knows that there's an email attached to the channel, and I'd like to say thank you to my lovely friend that sent me a card. You know who you are, very much appreciated. And also the WhatsApp messages that you and I have had, and also somebody else that WhatsApped me as well. Again, you know who you are. And yeah, I just kind of decided to put a brave face on, and not much else, I'm afraid. You know, a bit of a mess, and yeah, still living in my PJs, just goes like that sometimes. And yeah, the sun is streaming in today, and yeah, trying to find kind of a better place to film, so if it kind of flicks a little bit with the light, you guys, you know, you're understanding like that, so you know what happens with kind of light bouncing around everywhere. And yeah, currently on the couch, and just a little bit more comfortable for me right now. I feel really strange, guys, please bear with me. And also, I am not used to recording on a different device, the cell phone, because my camera unfortunately has broken. And yeah, switch it on, and yeah, it'll start bleeping in a minute. It will. There you go. Error. And yeah, so I am going to have to save quite a few cents and start looking around for another second-hand camera. So something else to add to everything else. Righto, so this kind of segment are just catching up with where I'm at and why I have not been around. And for those of you that do not want to listen to me yakking on, please just skip this bit or the entire video. It's entirely up to you. I really do not mind. And it's kind of in two minds whether to talk about this a little bit, but it helps people, for those that go through similar things, to kind of relate and things like that, because we are all individual, and you know, we all go through varying different things through different times of our life, or sometimes, you know, we're born X, Y and Z, you know, and or maybe develop things later on. There's all sorts of things that happen. So yeah, I have not been in a very good place, and a lot of that, as you guys know, that my body is, let's just say, not very good, and I live with an inordinate amount of pain through different parts of my body. And yeah, I am ticked off with the medical profession because it's been going on for a considerable amount of time, and I know enough to know that it should not be continuing like this, and things should have been, you know, sorted out, so therefore I could kind of get on with life and not carry on suffering. And therefore, when things are wrong, if they're not corrected and or fixed, then obviously the developing get a little bit worse, or a whole bunch worse. It depends what it is. And yeah, so my body is not 100%, and okay, nothing major, no like disease or anything, no, none of the scary diseases, nothing like that. I'm not sick. And I know some people kind of think if you're in pain, they still kind of consider that as sick. I define sickness as in germs, bacteria, you know, sicknesses like that, or vomiting or something. But you know, sometimes our body has things wrong with it, whether it's fractures or broken bones or things displaced, you know, discs, things that perhaps do not work and or function properly in the body. You know, we're all different. I used to work in the medical profession, so I kind of have seen both sides, and sometimes it's not very pretty. And you know, it kind of raises all these questions of why there's this sort of lottery, and you know, people with money kind of get a little bit help more than perhaps those with lesser money, and all this kind of zip code lottery, postcode, whatever you like to call it. And yeah, it can be very, very disheartening. And then of course everything that's going on in the world right now, you know, a lot of things are now taking a bit back step, because obviously it's more concentrated with what's happening with the world, which, you know, I agree, I understand that. However, obviously there are people that have very serious, important things equally as terrifying, and you know, they're not getting the help that they so deserve, and it's incredibly sad. And if you guys are doctors or specialists or know of anybody, please just get them to email me, because I am kind of at the point where there's been very, very, very many dark days, and do not want to carry on. And you know, I have a son, and he doesn't deserve to have a mummy like this. And you know, he's kind of nurses and cares for me where I need it. We don't get any help, nothing at all. We're just kind of left to rot. You know, I see it as he gets affected because he misses out on so much, because I'm not able to be 100% mom, and it's incredibly heartbreaking. And for those of you that are parents, you know exactly where I'm coming from. If you're in a similar or the same or even worse situation, you can relate, and you cannot get time back. It's gone. And you know, it just really annoys me that the medical profession seem to have this like secret club that they can kind of just cherry pick certain people, and all the rest of us are kind of just put on the trash pile. It's just so wrong, but that's the world that we live in. But why do we let it become that way? I am fully aware that this is my experience, and not everybody experiences bad things in the medical profession. And okay, you know, I see all sides, and you know, I know it's really hard to understand what it's like for those that do not get help and are treated really, really disgustingly. It's quite shocking and unbelievable, but unfortunately it's very, very true. And you know, some people do need to open their eyes and ears and realise that things like this do go on, and things get neglected, and as a consequence of that, people's lives suffer at all different levels. And then there's a knock-on effect. It affects something else, and then you get that chain of reaction, and something else, and before you know it, yeah, it's really, really terrible. And I'm saying this politely because obviously I do not want to get any strikes or anything like that, but I'm sure some of you guys can read between the lines and realise. Colourful language, yeah, curse words. You can imagine sometimes how situations can make you feel very frustrated. You feel like you're very alone in a very dark place, no voice. And as much as, yes, you know, it'd be wonderful if I had a bunch of money that I could hire a lawyer and, you know, fight to get help, great, but I do not, and I'm not in that situation. But also the huge question is why should any of us have to fight? You know, we are now in a modern society where, you know, things and technologies have advanced, and for the most part a lot of us are able to access these things, and not just medical, you know, education, good food, things like that. You know, it should be fair shares for everybody, but it's not. So, but I'm not going to go into all my medical ins and outs, because that's not fair, and it might trigger some people, and also I'm going to get incredibly upset. So yeah, so I just leave it at that right now. Righto. Where am I at with my sewing? Well, up until a couple of days ago, zero sewing has taken place and not been in the headspace to even think about sewing. Absolutely nothing. And TE will kindly insert a little bit. So I had sewn a mock-up for my wonderful friend and kind of accidentally fell into it a little bit and suggested that I would help. So that kind of got me into doing some sewing, which I guess is kind of good because now hopefully I can kind of get back into that. I did also do a little tiny bit of sewing last night for myself for a garment that has been sat on the sewing cutting table for a bunch of time and not really progressed anywhere. So, and considering during the mock-up process I had the worst headache last night, I was getting over kind of a really, for me, mild migraine, and yeah, today I don't know, I know I'm gonna have a really bad day. I had a terrible night last night and woke up absolutely terrified because there's some very unusual sounds that were going on in the room, and I've kind of, T and I have kind of swapped rooms at the moment. It's just his mattress is a little bit better and it's a little bit more comfortable for me. But yeah, I was hoping to do a little bit of sewing today, but I think it's just going to be sleep on the couch. But you know, what can you do? But yeah, so TE will kindly insert a little bit of footage of what I filmed before the proper Canon camera went wrong, of just a little Lyra dress. Tuesday evening, 10 of A at night, November 23rd, 2021. But I cannot believe this, actually picking up the camera, and yeah, here goes. So this is my Lyra pattern by Tilly & Buttons. The fabric there that you can see is my friend's, and yeah, the last time that I actually went out the house and went where I usually go on a Friday was the last time that I have been out and caught up with my friend, and I only went because she was there and I did not want to let her down. So I took on a fabric because there is only a certain increment that was left, and I said that I would help to see if I could squeeze out the pattern pieces on the fabric that she has based on her size. And tonight I actually decided to do that because this was just kind of just sitting there on a table for a couple of weeks, and yeah, do not know, but I just suddenly decided now to lay out the pattern pieces as best as I can and kind of play fabric Tetris. And then I thought I just have this random idea that maybe I would just make a mock-up for my friend Lynn. So I have the fabric here for the mock-up, and yeah, hopefully I am going to cut that out based on her size. Righto, so it is 28 minutes later approximately, and yeah, go me, I've actually cut out a garment, okay, in thrifted fabric for a mock-up for my lovely friend. The only two pieces that I did not cut out is the waist tie and the pocket bags, because with those you can use a regular belt, and for the pockets you can use different fabric, so it does not have to be the same fabric. So yeah, go me. Righto, I am filming on a different device because my Canon camera has decided to completely break now. So that is an expense that I now have to find if I wish to continue filming. I don't know, I've just had enough of everything. Righto guys, so yeah, this is the completed mock-up in 100% cotton. It is actually a bed sheet, brand new. It was thrifted a while ago, so yeah, all complete. There's no finishings, so things like any serging or anything on the raw edges, whether it's the hem cuff or just the hem of the bottom, yeah, everything is just left kind of as is. So yeah, just pinning down. To you guys that are familiar with the Lyra, pretty straightforward. And yeah, it was really strange actually creating this garment for the mock-up for my friend, and just literally doing it with no tweaks, no adjustments, nothing, just a straight size something for my friend. And yeah, so hopefully we will be able to do a little fitting, and then I can help with any size adjustments. Also, I have not been out to the place where I go on a Friday. To be fair, I have actually not left the house with the exception of 2 times, and it was the last time that I went to where I kind of go on the Fridays, so that was a few weeks ago. And also we went to the West Midlands Safari, and yeah, obviously our friend takes us, but unfortunately, as you guys, I think I said about this before, I kept really car sick in their car, and I kind of sort of said, you know, could we not take your car? But I don't know, and I had a really bad time of it, so it made the day really horrible. But it was lovely to see the animals. I like to go, and to be fair, with like my mobility and everything, you know, sitting in a car, it's not too bad, and just kind of get out and stretch the body and everything at points where you can do that. And then my friend takes TE on the mechanical rides and everything, and I just kind of sit on the bench and watch, which I enjoy anyway. And it was good for TE to rarely get the chance to be able to go out and have a little bit of freedom air, not fresh air, because there's no such thing as fresh air anymore. Yeah, so I've just kind of just been in my own kind of cave nest and do not really want to go out. Yeah, to me it's just frightening. Not because of what's going on in the world with all the sickness, nothing like that. Things like that don't frighten me. It's just the anxiety of being around people and everything. So, and again, for those that go through that, you'll fully understand. But yeah, so that's pretty much it on the sewing front. I have been thinking about continuing with the Vlogmas. I hope to be able to do it this year, and at the moment, last couple of days, I've been kind of thinking of doing it. But again, you know, you guys know my Vlogmas is really not that interesting. I don't have a life that is varied, so it's going to be probably Renee, the garden, what I'm doing sewing wise, cooking, you know, a little bit of tea. You know, it's his birthday next month as well, and also be opening the advent calendar that I got from Beyond the Pink Door, which was really exciting. So thank you to TE for that. You may have seen that footage a little while ago in a previous video. And yeah, it's in the envelope and it's not been opened, it's just been sat in the kitchen. But yeah, I'd like to give Vlogmas a go again this year, but don't expect anything fantastic. Other people do Vlogmas and their Vlogmases are absolutely amazing. So, well, all their videos are amazing even if they do not do Vlogmas. So, you know, go and see their Vlogmases, because mine is just going to be ordinary and regular and not that great. It just, I don't know. But yeah, I hope to do Vlogmas, guys. I will do my best. Righto, so if you'd like to have a little look inside, I'll show you guys what is there. And I kind of only just had a little sneak peek myself, did not really pull anything out, so this would be the first time to kind of take everything out and show you guys. So this is just going to be a whole bunch quick. I'm not going to do kind of any separate videos or anything like that, and most people have made their video for their SewHayleyJane unboxing. But yeah, so you get the little book each month. Also in this month you get a little illustration there, and it's like a giant postcard. It's just plain on the back. I really like that, and it is by Hello Sunshine. Candy, which I'm not a candy girl unless it's chocolate. Little sneak peek. So the thread there. Then you get in the classic box the 4 fat quarters. So first up, these are 100% cotton. There we go. So that is them. Also you get some needles, and the main colourway fabric is this one. And not opened it out. Okay, so the reverse of it is white. Okay, I won't move it too much because I noticed there that everything was swaying a little bit. So yeah, that is the November SewHayleyJane box. Really wonderful. And let me know if you guys subscribe, which level tier do you get, and what ideas do you have for this November's SewHayleyJane. Righto guys, I think that it is it. There's enough of me yakking. And I know I have said about the makes video, a lot of that has been pre-recorded weeks and weeks and weeks ago. It's just that I need to either do a little voiceover for each of the garments or do kind of like typed text. So, but I hope to bring that to you. It might even be during Vlogmas, who knows. But yeah, so that is where I am at, guys. And yeah, I just hope that all of you are okay. And I've not been on Instagram, and to be fair, right now I am still not in the mind to want to go on there. And I know I've been notified about a couple messages. I do not know who they're from. I haven't opened it, nothing yet. So if any of you guys are on there and you watch my video, please, you know, just have a little bit of understanding. Sometimes we just have to do things in small little increments before we start kind of getting into doing everything. And yeah, just having a lot of quiet time. So yeah, it's like been a few weeks quiet, and hopefully, like I said, Vlogmas, and then you'll get to see me kind of every day or almost every day. But also I have been thinking of, not sure if I will continue next year with my channel. A little bit two minds about that. I also have something else that I have kind of been working on, not much during how I've been the last few weeks, but yeah, I've kind of got into a situation where it's something that has to be followed through and continued with, or will come to the light when it's ready to come about, telling about it. So yeah, okay guys, that is enough. I'm worn out already, and I've taken my pain medication, and at the moment it's not really doing anything right now, except for the side effects. I mean, the side effects, yeah, they really do kick in. If they could actually sort everything out, that would be great. But yeah, I have that to continue with as well. But yeah, I'm not going to apologise, guys. I know people still say, oh yeah, I'm sorry, you know, sounds a little bit, you know, a bit of a sad video, but that is where I'm at right now. And I wanted to come on and speak to you guys. And like I said, not everybody has other ways of communicating with me, and it's just courtesy to kind of, now I'm kind of a little bit bitter to be able to speak to the camera. This can be shocking. I know it is, But yeah, that's it guys, that's all I can say. Also might leave you with a little bit of footage of Rene. He's still about and I go out and see him as much as I possibly can, and he's so adorable. He lands on me and all the rest of it. So okay guys, please take care, please stay safe with everything else that's going on in the world, and let me know what you are up to, and hopefully I will also reply to the comments that were left on my last video, because obviously I've not commented, and I personally feel really terrible for that, but understand that when you go through things and you've got things to deal with, medical and other, you know, other things take priority, and I will get to them. I will get to them. Patience and understanding. Yeah, and we'll all kind of nurture each other gently, small little increments and steps as we go along. Okay guys, thank you so much, and please take care. Thank you. Oh my goodness, I do not know if it's going to work. Okay guys, so I've got my cell phone very precariously balanced on the tripod. Unfortunately, the little gadget that attaches my phone to the tripod does not work, and I do not want the cell phone to smash on the floor. So I have a little cookie container that is scotch taped to the back of the cell phone, which is then scotch taped to the cookie container, and then I have a little weighty flashlight in the back to kind of help with the balance. Is that going to work? Where possible, I'll take a photo of this very precariously balanced thing. See, you just have to think of everything to be able to do something. There's always a way. Morning.